Hi guys, welcome back to another exciting tutorial of Create Stack. In this tutorial, we will learn how to make a YouTube clone website using React.js. Now, you might be wondering why a YouTube clone? Well, building a clone of popular platform like YouTube is a fantastic way to sharpen your skill as a web developer. It allows you to learn how to implement key features of a complex web application. In this tutorial, we will cover everything from the setting up our development environment to building a responsive user interface, creating YouTube data API links, and display real-time YouTube data and videos on our YouTube clone website. So let's see the project overview that we are going to create in this tutorial. So this is our YouTube clone website where you can see this navigation bar where we have the logo, one search box and some icons in the right side of this navigation bar. Then we have the left sidebar where you can see different categories and subscribed channel list. And here we have the video list. These video lists are coming from the YouTube API. Here it is displaying the video list of all the categories. And from the left side, if I select the gaming category, it will display the video from the gaming category only. Then if I click on sports, it will display videos related to the sports category. Let's click on the music. Now it is displaying videos related to the music category. Let's click on home. Now again it will display the videos from all the categories. We can click on these video thumbnails. So it will open the video play page. If I open this video, you can see this video will start playing automatically. And here we have the video title, number of views, upload time, then number of likes. Here we have the channel name and channel subscriber, and here we have the video description. After that, you can see all the comments on this video. In the right side, you can see the recommended videos, and if I click on this recommended video, it will start playing that particular video. You can see it opens that video, and here we have the video information like title, number of views and channel name. Let's open the home page again, and here we have the toggle menu. Let me click here, so it will collapse the sidebar. You can see in the sidebar, now we have only icons. And if I click again, it will expand the sidebar, so we can see the icon and text also. This YouTube clone website is completely responsive for small devices. Let's open it in a small screen. So you can see how it will display in the mobile phone devices. So it is completely responsive for small screen devices. This is the home page. And let me click on this video thumbnail. So it will open the video page. So this is how this video page is displaying in a small screen. It is also responsive. Here we have the video, then video information, then comments, and at the end we have the recommended videos. After creating this YouTube clone, you can deploy it online for free, and you will get the project live link that you can add in your resume or online portfolio. It will add more values in your resume and help you to get the web development job. By the way, I have already uploaded it using Vercel. You can find this link in the video description. If you want to learn how to deploy your project online, then let me know in the comment section. I will make a separate tutorial for that. Also, if you are absolute beginner in React.js, then I will highly recommend you to watch my complete JavaScript course where I have explained all the JavaScript concepts that are required to learn React.js. I will provide the link in the description. So if you are ready to level up your React.js skills, make sure to smash that like button, hit subscribe, and let's get started. Let's come to desktop screen. And here first we will create the React project. For that we will open terminal. So right click and open in terminal. And in this terminal we will type npm create vite latest. After that, we will provide the name for our project. That will be YouTube clone. And here we will select the framework React, then select JavaScript. Here you can see our project folder has been created. So let's close this terminal and open this folder with VS Code editor. So I will right click here, show more option, then open with code. Now this VS Code editor is open. Here we will open the integrated terminal. And here we will install some packages. So to install the packages, we will type npm install, and the first package will be React Router DOM. Press enter. After installing this package, next we will install one more package. So we will type npm install, and the package name is Moment. Then press enter. Here we have installed two packages, React Router DOM and Moment package. We will use these packages in our YouTube clone application. Now we will run our React project. To run the React project, here we will use the command npm run dev. Now our project is successfully running. Let's open this address in the browser. So here our React project is running successfully in this web browser. Now we have to clean this default project. For that we will come back to VS Code editor and we will open the src folder, then open this app.jsx file and clear it. And here we will use rafce. After adding this, our app component will be clear. After that, we will delete the app.css file. Then we will open index.css file, and here we will clear all the codes and save the file. Now we will open this index.html file, and in this title we will update the text. So let's type YouTube clone and save the changes. Now open this assets folder, and here we have the react.svg file. Delete this one. Now the React project is clean. Now we will come back to the web browser. You can see this web page is completely blank. And here the title is YouTube clone. After that, we will add the assets in this assets folder. So on my desktop screen, I have added this folder assets, where we have some images and icons that I will be using on this project. So let's copy all the images, open this project folder. Here we will go to src and assets and paste all the images. You can find all these assets download link in the video description. Now we will close it and we will open the VS Code editor. In this assets folder, you can see we have all the images. Now we will create the folder structure for our YouTube clone. So in this src folder, we will create a new folder and the folder name will be pages. Here we will create two pages, that will be home page and the video player page. So to create two pages, we will create two other folder in this pages folder. So let's create a new folder with the name home, and in this pages folder we will create another folder with the name video. Here we have created two folders for two pages. In home folder, we will create a new file and we will add the file name home.jsx. And here we will use RAFCE. For this page, we will create one CSS file. So in this home folder, we will create a new file and the file name will be home.css. Now we have to link this CSS file with this JSX file. So here we will add the import statement. Just type import, then /home.css. Now the CSS file is linked with home page. Similarly, we will create files in this video folder. So in this video folder, we will create the first file with the name video.jsx. Here we will use RAFCE. And for this page, we will create one CSS file. So in this video folder, we will create a new file, that is video.css, and import this CSS file in this JSX file. So here we will type import /video.css. Now we will save this file. So in this pages folder, we have the home page and video page. After that, in this src folder, we will create a new folder and the folder name will be components. In this components folder, we will create multiple components like sidebar, navbar, recommended video section, and the video player section. After that, in this component folder, let's create a folder and the folder name will be navbar. And in this navbar folder, we will create a new file and the file name will be navbar.jsx. Here we will use RAFCE. And for this navbar component, we will create the CSS file. So in this navbar folder, we will create a new file and the file name will be navbar.css. Now we have to import this CSS file in this navbar component. Here we will use import /navbar.css. So we have created the navbar component. Now we have to map this navbar component in the app component. So in this app.jsx file, we will type navbar, select it from this snippet, from this components folder, and close this tag. After adding this navbar component file will be imported automatically. Now we have mounted this navbar component. After that, we will add the HTML structure in this navbar component. So we will open navbar.jsx file. Here we will update this tag. Instead of this div, we will use nav tag. And in this nav, we will provide one class name. So let's add the class name flexDiv. Inside this nav tag, we will create one div. And in this div, we will provide one class name navLeft. And with this, we will add one more class name, that is flexDiv. Inside this div, we will create one img tag, and in this image tag, we will add the menu icon. For that, we have to import the menu icon. So here we will use the import statement, import menu icon from assets folder slash menu.png. Now we can provide this menu icon in this src. So let's add curly braces and type menu icon. After this img tag, we will create one more image tag, and here we will provide the logo. So first we have to import that logo. So we will use import statement logo from assets folder and slash the file name, that is logo.png. Now in this src we can provide that logo. We will just add curly braces and logo. Now in this first image we will add the class name, that will be menu icon, and in the second one we will add the class name, that will be logo. After this div we will create another div, and the class name will be nav middle. In this class name we will add one more class name, that is flex div, and in this one we will insert one input tag. Here we will provide the input type text, and the placeholder will be search. After this input field we will add one image tag, and in this image src we have to provide the search icon. So import this search icon here. Just add import search icon from assets folder slash search.png. And here in this src we will provide search icon. After this we will create another div, and the class name will be navWrite. So we will add div navWrite, and in this div we will add one more class name, that is flex div. Here we will use 4 img tag. So just add img into 4. In these img tag we will provide the upload icon, mode icon, notification icon, and profile icon. For that we will import these images. So here we will add the import statement upload icon from assets folder slash upload.png. After that we will import the mode icon from assets folder slash more.png. After that we will import the notification icon from assets folder slash notification.png. After that we will import the profile icon. So we will type import and profile icon from assets folder slash jack.png. Now save the changes, and we will use these icons in this images tag. So in the first one we will provide upload icon. In the second one we will use mode icon. In the third image tag we will use notification icon, and in the fourth image we will use profile icon. After that, in this profile icon we will add one class name, that is user icon. After that, we will save the file and we will come back to the web browser. So on this web page, you can see we have the menu icon, logo, search box and other images. Now we will add the CSS properties for this navigation bar. So first we will open this index.css file and here we will add some CSS properties for complete project. So for each element we will provide margin 0, padding 0, box sizing, border box. Then we will add the font family. It will be sans serif. After that, we will add the CSS properties for A tag. So for this A, we will add text decoration, none. And after that, we will add color. And we will add this color code. After that, we will add the property for image tag. So for this image, we will provide cursor pointer. After that, we will add the CSS properties for the flexDiv class name. So let's add .flexDiv. And in this one, we will provide display flex, align items center. So here we have added some global CSS properties. Now save this file. Now we will add the CSS properties for this navigation bar. So let's open this navbar.css file and let's copy the class name from this navbar.jsx file. So we will use this nav tag. So write this nav tag here in this CSS file, and for this nav tag we will add these CSS properties. We have provided padding, then box shadow, then position sticky, top 0 and z index, so that this navbar will be on top when we scroll the web page. Now we will add the CSS properties for this menu icon. So here we will type .navleft .menu icon, and here we will provide the width and margin from the right. After that, we will add the CSS for this logo. So here we will type .navleft .logo. For this logo, we will provide width. After that, in this nav middle, we will create one div and we will provide one class name, search box, and in this search box we will add one more class name, that is flexDiv. And in this div, we will place these input tag and img tag. Next, we will add the CSS properties for this search box class name. So in this CSS file, we will type .navMiddle .search box. Here we will provide the border, margin right, padding and border radius. After that, in the left side, we have the menu icon and logo, and here we have the search box, and in the right side we have some features icon and profile icon. After that, we will add the CSS properties for this input field. So here we will type .navMiddle .search box space input tag, and in this one we will provide the width, border, outline and background transparent. Now the background is transparent for this input field. Now we will add the CSS properties for this search icon. So here we will type .navMiddle .searchbox, then img tag, and here we will provide width 15 pixel. Now the search icon is looking good. After that we will add the CSS properties for the images which is in the right side of this navigation bar. So here we will type .navRight img tag. Here we will provide the width and margin from the right side. Save the changes. Now the images in the right side has become small. Now we will add the CSS properties for this profile icon. So here we will type .navRight .userIcon. Here we will provide the width and border radius 50% so that it will be circular. Now we will open the web page. Now this navbar component is completely ready. Now we will create the sidebar component. To create this sidebar, in this components folder we will create a new folder and let's add the folder name sidebar. In this folder we will create a new file and the file name will be sidebar.jsx. Here we will use RAFCE snippet. Now for this component we will create one CSS file. So in this sidebar folder we will create a new file and the file name will be sidebar.css. Now import this CSS file in this sidebar component. So here we will type import /sidebar.css. Now save this file. We will use this sidebar component on our home page. For that, first we will mount this home page and video page on our app component using the React router. To implement the React router in our project, we will use main.jsx file and here we will use browser router tag. Here we will type opening arrow browser router, and in this browser router we will insert this app component. Now we have the support of React router in this app component. Let's open this app.jsx file, and after this navbar we will create the routes. To create the route we will use the opening arrow routes tag, that is from React router DOM, and within this routes tag we will create the routes. So first we will create the route for our home page. Here we will use opening arrow route tag, then path property. The path will be slash, and in this path we will mount the element that will be home page. Here we will add opening arrow home slash closing arrow. Now just close this route tag also. Now we have created one route for our home page that will be mounted on slash path. After that we will create the route for the video page. So here we will use opening arrow, and here we will add route path. In this path we will provide slash video slash, and here we will use the parameters. So we will use colon, and here we will provide the category ID. Then we will provide one more slash, and here we will use one more parameter that will be video ID. So after this column, we will add video ID, and on this path we will mount the element that will be our video page. So just add video / closing arrow. Now close this route. So we have created routes for the home page and video page. Now in this home page, we will mount the sidebar component. So we will open home.jsx file, and here remove this div, and here we will use the fragment, and in this fragment we will mount the sidebar component. For that, here we will add opening arrow sidebar / closing arrow. Now we have mounted this sidebar. Now we will design the sidebar HTML structure. So first we will import all the images used in this sidebar component. So here first we will import home image, then game icon, then automobiles image, sports image, entertainment image, tech image, music image, blogs image, news image, Jack image, Simon image, Tom image, Megan image, Cameron image. Here we have imported all the images and icons. Now we will add the HTML elements for the sidebar component. So first in this div we will add one class name, and in this class name let's add sidebar. After adding the sidebar class name, within this div we will create one div, and the class name will be shortcut links. In this div we will create one div tag, and in this one we will provide the class name site links. So here we will type div.sidelinks. In this div we will insert one image tag, and in this image tag we will provide home image. After that we will add one paragraph tag, and in this p tag we will add home. After that, let's create the copy of this side link. We will create total 8 copy. So just copy and paste. After that we will add one HR tag. So in the first one we have the home icon and the p tag is home. After that we will update the image, it is game icon, and here we will add the text in p tag, that is gaming. Similarly we will update the next image, that is automobiles, and in this p we will update the text automobiles. Then we will insert the sports image, and here also we will type sports. Here we will insert the entertainment image, and here we will add the text entertainment. Then we will use the new image, that is tech, and here in this p tag we will add technology. Then we will provide the music image, and in this p tag we will provide music. Then in this image tag we will provide blogs, and in this p tag we will type blogs. In the last one we will add news image, and in the p tag we will add news. After that, save the changes, and you can see all these icons and text in the left side. We have all the images: home, gaming, automobile, sports, entertainment, technology, music, and blogs, and news. After this div, we'll create one more div, and we will provide the class name subscribed list. In this div, first we will use one S3 tag, and here we will add the text, that is subscribed. After this S3 tag, we will add one div, and the class name will be side link. In this div, we will add one img tag, and in this src we will add profile image, that is Jack, that we have imported from the assets folder. And after this image tag, we will add one p tag, and here we will type PewDiePie. Now we will create the copy of this div, so just copy and paste it. Now we will update the image, so let's add the image Simon, and here we will add the text Mr. Beast. In the third image, we will add Tom, and here we will add the text Justin Bieber. Then we will add another image Megan, and here we will add the text 5 minutes craft. After that, we will add another image and here in this p tag we will add Nas Daily. Now save the changes and come back to the web page. So in the left side we have the icons, and after that we have the profile images and name. Now we will add the CSS properties for the sidebar component. So first we will add the CSS property for this sidebar class name. So let's copy it and come to sidebar.css file. Paste this class name here, and here we will add the CSS properties background, width, height, position, fixed, and padding from the left side and padding from the top. Save the changes and come back to the web page. Now it will be fixed in the left side. Now we will add the CSS properties for these images. So let's use this class name shortcut links and paste it here, and here we will type img tag. Here we will provide width and margin from the right side. Save the changes. Now come back to the web page. So you can see the width for these icons has been updated. After that we will add the CSS properties for this side link class name. So let's copy it, add it here. Here we will provide display align items, margin from the bottom, then width, flex wrap, and cursor pointer. Now come back to the web page. So you can see the alignment for these category links are looking good. Now we will add the CSS properties for the HR tag. So here we will type dot sidebar HR tag. Here we will provide border 0, height, background, and width. Now save the changes. Now this HR tag is ready. Now we will add the CSS properties for this S3 tag. So here we will copy this class name subscribed list, add it here in this CSS file, and here we will provide S3 tag. For this one we will provide font size, margin, and color. Now this text is ready. After that, we will add the CSS properties for this profile images. So here we will type .subscribedList img tag. Here we will provide the CSS properties width, border radius and margin from the right side. Save the changes. Now you can see the width has been updated for this profile icon. Now this complete sidebar is ready. Now we will add the functionality on this menu icon. When we will click here, it will collapse the sidebar and display only icons. And when we click again, it will expand the sidebar and we will see the icon and text. To create this feature, let's come back to the VS Code editor. And we will open app.jsx file. Before this return statement, we will create one state variable. So to create the state variable, we will use const sidebar and the setter function name will be set sidebar equal to use state and initialize it with true. Now we have to send this sidebar in this home using the props. So here in this home we will type sidebar equal to sidebar and send this set sidebar function in this navbar. So here we will type set sidebar equal to set sidebar. Now we will open this navbar component and here we will get that set sidebar function and we will use this set sidebar function in this menu icon. So on this menu icon, we will add onClick property. And in this one, we will pass one arrow function. And here we will use set sidebar function. And in this one, first we will get the previous state. And here we will use the ternary operator. So if the previous state is false, then it will make it true. So we will add question mark true, and if it is not false, then it will become false. So this ternary operator will work as a toggle function. If the sidebar is true, it will become false, and if it is false, it will become true. Now save this component and we will open this home.jsx file. And here we will destructure the sidebar. So let's add sidebar. And we will pass this sidebar state in this sidebar component using the props. So we will type sidebar equal to sidebar. Now we will get the access of the sidebar in the sidebar.jsx file. So open this file sidebar.jsx and here we will destructure the sidebar. So we have added this sidebar state. Now we will use this sidebar state in this class name to provide the dynamic class name. To provide the dynamic class name, we will add it in the curly braces and here we will use the backticks. And after this sidebar class name, we will use the template literal. So let's add $sign curly braces, and in this one we will check if the sidebar is true. In that case, we will provide empty string, and if it is false, in that case we will provide a string that will be a new class name. So let's add small sidebar. Now save the changes. Now we'll come back to the web page and right click and click on inspect. Here we have the sidebar, and if I click on this menu icon, here we have sidebar and a small sidebar. Now using this small sidebar class, we will hide these text and we will make this sidebar small. So let's come back to the VS Code editor and open this sidebar.css file. Here first we will add that class name small sidebar, and here we will provide the width of 5%. Now save the changes, and if I click here, you can see the width is changing. Width becomes 5%. After that, we have to hide these text. To hide that one, here we will add dot small sidebar, then p tag, and here we will provide display none. Save the changes. So here you can see all text are hidden. We have only icons and image, and if I click again on this menu icon, the text will be visible. If I click again, it will hide the text. After that, we will hide this text also in the small sidebar. So let's come back to VS Code editor, and here we will type dot small sidebar h3 tag, and here also we will provide display none. So that subscribed text is also hidden. If I click here, it will display this subscribed text again. Now we will add the CSS properties for this HR tag. So let's add dot small sidebar HR, and in this one we will provide width and margin from the bottom. Then save the changes and come back to the web page. So here, if I click on this menu icon, we have the expanded sidebar. If I click again, we have the small sidebar where we have the icons and profile images. After that, we will create the multiple video cards on this web page. To create that, we will come back to the VS Code editor. In this components folder, we will create a new folder and the name will be feed. In this folder, we will create a new file and the name will be feed.jsx. Here we will use RAFCE. For this component, we will create one CSS file. So in this feeds folder, we will create a new file and the file name will be feed.css. Now we have to import this CSS file in this JSX file. So in this feed.jsx file, we will add import /feed.css. Save the changes. Now we have to mount this component on our home page. So let's open home.jsx file, and after this sidebar, we will create one div, and in this one we will provide one class name, and here we will use the dynamic class name. So let's add the curly braces, backticks, and in this backtick we will add container, and after that we will use the template literal. So let's add $, curly braces, and in this one we will use the ternary operator. So first we will check the sidebar if it is true. In that case, we will provide one empty string, and if it is false, in that case we will provide one new class name, that is large container. In this div, we will mount our feed component. So here we will type opening arrow feed / closing arrow. So this feed component has been mounted in this div where we have the container class, and if the side word is false, in that case there will be one more class name large container. Now we will add the HTML elements in this feed component. So first we will import the images that I will be using in this component. We will import the images from the assets folder. So let's type import thumbnail from assets thumbnail.png. We have imported total 8 thumbnails from 1 to 8 from the assets folder. After that we will add the HTML structure for this feed component. So in this div, let's add a class name that is card. So we will add class name card. After that we will add one img tag. In this image we will use the image that we have imported. So let's use the first image thumbnail1. Then we will create one h2 tag, and in this one we will display the video title. So let's add one common title. Then we will add one h3 tag. In this one we will provide the channel name. So here we will type great stack. After that we will create one p tag. In this p tag we will display total views and upload time. So let's add 15k views. Then we will use one dot. So here we will add and bullet semicolon. Then we will add 2 days ago. So here we have created the format for the card. Now come back to the web page. It is looking like this. So first, in this return, we will create one div and the class name will be feed. And let's place this card inside this feed. After that, let's create another copy of this card. So we will create total 8 cards. So we have created total 8 cards. Now in the second one we will provide thumbnail 2, thumbnail 3, then thumbnail 4, then it is 5, it is 6, it is 7, and the last one is thumbnail 8. So we have created total 8 cards with 8 images. So here we have multiple cards. Now we will add the CSS properties for this feed component. So first we will add the CSS properties for this feed class name. So let's copy it and come to feed.css file, write this class name here, and here we will provide display grid template columns. Here we will add repeat, auto fit, min max 250 pixel and 1 fraction. After that we will add grid column gap, grid row gap and margin from the top. Let's come back to the web browser. So here it is looking like this. So to fix this, let's come back, and in this home.jsx file, here we have the container. So for this container we will add the CSS properties. So we will open home.css file, and here we will type .container class name, and here we will add the properties background and padding from the left, right, top and bottom. Then we will add the CSS properties for this large container. So let's copy this and paste it here in this home.css file. And here we will add padding from the left 7%. That's it. Save this file and come back to the web browser. Now this feed is looking like this, and if I click on this menu icon, it will increase the width of this feed area because it is reducing the padding from the left. And if I click again, it will increase the padding from the left side and it will become small. Now we will add the CSS properties for these images. So let's open the feed.css file, and here we will add the class name .card, then img tag. For this image we will provide width and border radius. Save the changes. So now you can see the thumbnail size is perfect, and we have the border radius also for this image. Now we will add the CSS properties for this title. So here we will type .card, then h2 tag where we have added the video title, and here we will provide the font size, font weight, then color and margin. Now the size for this video title is good. After that we will add the CSS properties for the channel name. So here we will type .card, h3 tag, and here we will provide font size, font weight, color and margin. Save the changes. So now this channel title is also looking good. After that we will add the CSS properties for this text that display the number of views and upload time. So let's add .card, then p tag. And for this p, let's provide font size of 14 pixel. Save the changes. Now let's come back to the web page, and you can see this card is looking perfect. Now we will duplicate all the content in this card so that we will get more thumbnails. So let's come back to the feed.jsx file and select all these cards, copy and paste again. So now it will display total 16 cards, and we can scroll this web page. So when we are scrolling this, you can see the navigation bar is fixed at the top, and if I click on this menu icon, it will increase the width of this feed area, and if I click again, it will decrease the width. Now we will create our video page. To create the video page, let's come back to the VS Code editor. In this feed.jsx file, in the first card, we will replace this div with link tag. This link tag is from React Router DOM. In this link tag, we will use toProperty. In this toProperty, we will add the path of our video page. So in this curly braces, we will use the template literals. So let's add backticks. Then we will go to video path / category ID. So let's add the random category ID 20. Let's add / and here we will add the video ID. So for this video ID, let's add any random ID for now. And after that, save the changes. Now, if I click on the first card, it will open the video page where you can see we have the navigation bar, and this is the path /video /category ID /video ID. Now we will add the elements on this video page. So let's come back to the VS Code editor and open this video.jsx file. In this div, we will add one class name property, and here we will add the class name play container. Now we will create one component play video and we will mount it in the video page. So in this component folder, let's create a new folder and the name will be play video. In this folder, we will create one JSX file, that is playvideo.jsx, and here we will use RAFC snippet. For this component, we will create one CSS file. So in this play video folder, we will create a new file and let's add the file name playvideo.css. Now we will mount this CSS file in this JSX file. So we will add import /playvideo.css. Here we have created the play video component. Now we have to mount this component in the video page. So in this div, we will add play video component. After that, we will design this component. So let's open playvideo.jsx file. Now in this component, we will import the images and videos from our asset folder. So first we will import one video file, then we will import the like image, dislike image, share image, save image, then jack image, then user profile image. Now we have imported all the images and video. Now we will add the HTML elements. So in this div, we will add one class name property. And here we will provide the class name play video. Here we will provide one video tag. In this src, we will add the video 1 that we have imported. So let's add curly braces video 1. Now save the changes. So on this screen, here we have one video. This video is not playing. To play this, let's come back to the code file. And in this video tag, we will use controls attribute. Then we will add autoplay attribute. Then we will add muted. Now we will open the browser. Now if I reload the web page, you can see this video is played automatically, and here we have the control buttons to play or pause the video. After this video, here we will add one h3 tag, and here we will paste one video title. So the title is Best YouTube Channel to Learn Web Development. After that, we will create one div, and here we will provide the class name play video info. In this div, we will create one paragraph tag. So here we will use the paragraph tag, and in this p we will type some numbers, that is number of views. Then we will add one dot, and after this dot we will add 2 days ago. After this p tag, we will create one div. In this div, we will show likes, dislikes, and share and save. So we will use the span tag, and in this span we will use the img tag, and in this image src we will provide the like image. After this image tag, we will add 125. Now let's create the copy of this span. So we will add total 4 span. In the second image we will add dislike, and here we will add the data 2. Similarly we will update the image. For the third one it is shared image, and here we will add the text share, and in the last image we will add save, and here we will add the text save. Now save the changes and come back to the web page. Now here we have the video title, views and upload time. Then we have the like button, dislike button and share icon, then save icon. After that we will display the channel details. So after this div we will create one HR tag. After this HR we will create one div with the class name publisher. Within this div, first we will insert one image tag, and here we will use the jack image. After this image we will create one div tag, and in this div we will display the p tag, and in this p tag we will add the text that will be channel name. So let's add great stack. After that, here we will add the subscribers detail. So we will use the span tag, and in this span tag we will type 1 million subscribers. After closing of this div, we will create one button tag that will be the subscribe button. So let's add the button tag, and here we will add the button text that is subscribe. Now save the changes. So here we have the image, channel name, number of subscribers and subscribe button. After that we will add the description section. To create the description section, after closing of this div, here we will add one div, and we will provide the class name vid description, that is video description. In this one we will insert the p tag, and here we will add some text, channel that makes learning easy. And let's add another p tag, and here we will add the text, subscribe Great Stack to watch more tutorials on web development. After that we will add one HR tag, then we will add one h4 tag. In this h4 tag we will mention total number of comments. So let's add 130 comments. Then save the changes and come back to the web browser. So here we have description text, then horizontal line and comment count. After that we will create some comments. To create the comment, after this h4 tag we will create one div, and the class name will be comment. In this div, first we will insert one image tag. So let's add the curly braces in this src, and we will provide the user profile image. After this image we will provide one div, and in this div we will provide one h3 tag, and here we will type username. This is the name of the channel user who has commented on this video. So let's add any name, Jack Nicholson. Then we will add one span tag, and in this one we will mention the time. So let's add 1 day ago. After this h3 tag we will insert the p tag, and in this p tag we will provide the content that user has commented. So let's paste this text. After this comment, we will add one div with the class name comment action. In this comment action div, we will add the like and dislike icon. For that, here we will use one image tag, and here we will provide like image. Then we will add one span tag, and here we will provide some number 244. After this span, we will insert one image tag, and here we will use dislike image. After that, we will create a copy of this comment div. Now save the changes and come back to the web browser. So here we have multiple comments. We have the name, then time, 1 day ago, then comment text. Now we will add the CSS properties for this play video component. So first we will add the CSS properties for this class name play video. So let's copy this one and paste it here in this playvideo.css file. Here we will provide flex basis 69% and save the changes. After that, we will add the CSS properties for this video tag. So here we will type .play video, and here we will add width 100%. Save the changes. Now we have provided the width 100% for this video. Now we will add the CSS properties for this h3 tag. So here we will type .play video h3 tag, and here we will provide margin from the top, then font weight and font size. After that, we will add the CSS properties for the play video info class name. So let's copy this class name, add it here in the CSS file, and here we will provide display, align items, justify content, then flex wrap, some margin from top, and font size and color. Then save the changes and come back to the web page. Now this views and time is in the left side, and these action icons are on the right side, which is like, dislike. After that, we will add the properties for this image icons. So let's add .play video info img tag, and for these images we will provide the width and margin from the right side. Save the changes. Now these icon size is perfect. Next we will add the properties for this a span tag. So here we will type .play video info a span tag, and here we will provide display, align items and margin left. Now this text and images are inline. Next we will add the CSS properties for this HR tag. So here we will type .play video HR tag. For this HR tag we will provide border, height, background and margin. Now this HR tag is also looking good. Next, we will add the CSS properties for this publisher. So here we will copy this class name publisher and paste it in this CSS file. Here we will add display, align items and margin from the top and save the changes. Now this image in the left side and in the right side we have the channel name, number of subscribers and subscribe button. After that, we will add the CSS properties for this div. So here we will type .publisher div tag. For this div we will provide flex and line height. Now we have the publisher image, then publisher detail, and this subscribe button is in the right side. After that we will add the CSS properties for this image. So here we will add .publisher, then img, and for this image we will provide width, border radius and margin from the right side. Now the channel logo is looking good and it is circular. After that we will add the CSS properties for this p tag. So here we will type .publisher div p tag. For this p, let's add color, font weight and font size. Now this channel name is in bold font. Now we will add the CSS properties for this span tag where we have added the number of subscribers. So we will add .publisher div and a span. For this span we will provide font and color. So we have decreased the font size of this text. Now this subscriber count is looking good. Next we will add the CSS properties for this subscribe button which is in the right side. So here we will add .publisher and button tag. In this button tag we will provide background, then color, then padding, border outline 0, border radius and cursor. Cursor will be pointer. Save these changes and come back to the web browser so you can see this subscribe button is looking good. Now we will add the CSS properties for this description text. So we will copy this class name with description and paste it here in this CSS file. Here we will provide padding from the left side, then margin. Now we have added some space in the left side for this description. Next we will add the CSS properties for this text which is in the description. So here we will add .with description, then p tag, and here we will provide font size, margin from the bottom and color. So the font size for this description text is looking good. After that we will add the CSS properties for this comment text which is in the h4 tag. So here we will type .with description, then h4 tag. Here we will provide font size, color and margin from top. Now this comment count is looking good. After that we will add the CSS properties for this comments. So let's add the class name .comment, and here we will provide display, align items and margin. Now in the left side we have the image and in the right side we have the comment content. Now we will add the CSS properties for this image tag. So here we will add .comment and img tag. For this img tag, we will provide width, border radius and margin from the right side. Save the changes. Now this image is looking good. After that, we will add the CSS properties for this s3 tag. So here we will type .comment s3 tag, and here we will provide font size and margin from the bottom. Then save the changes. After that, we will add the CSS properties for this span tag, where we have added the comment time. So let's add .comment s3 and a span. For this span, we will apply font size, color, font weight and margin from left. Now the size for this time has been reduced. After that, we will add the CSS properties for this comment action class name. So just copy this, paste it here. For this comment action, we will provide display, align items, margin and font size. After that, we will add the CSS properties for these like and dislike icons. So here we will add .comment action, then img tag. Here we will provide border radius 0, width and margin from the right side. Now these like and dislike icons are looking good. After that, we will add the CSS property for this span tag. So here we will type .comment action, then the span tag, and here we will provide margin from the right and color. Then save the changes. So here we have added some space after this number of likes. Now this play video component is ready. Next, we have to add the CSS properties in this video page. So here we have added one class name, play container. So we will add this class name in the CSS file to add the CSS properties. So just copy this and add it here in this video.css file. Here we will provide the background, padding from the left, right, top and bottom, then display, justify content and flex wrap. Save the changes and come back to the web page. Now this play video component is displaying in the left side and it is using the width of 65%. Now in the right side, we will add a sidebar where we will display the recommended videos. So let's come back, and in this components folder, we will create a new folder and provide the folder name recommended. Now in this recommended folder, we will create one JSX file and CSS file. So let's create the first file, recommended.jsx, and we will create another file, recommended.css. Now open this recommended.jsx file. Here we will use RAFCE, and here we will import this CSS file. So we will add import /recommended.css. So here we have created one component with the name recommended, and now we have to mount this component in the video page. So open video.jsx file. In this play container, after this play video component, we will add the recommended component. Close this tag. After that, we will add the HTML elements in this recommended component. So first, we will import all the images that will be used in this recommended component. So we will import the thumbnails from assets folder. So we have imported the 8 images. Now in this div, we will add a class name. So let's add the class name recommended. Now within this div, we will create one div and the class name will be side video list. In this div, we will insert one image tag, and in this image src, we will use the image that we have imported. So let's use the first image, thumbnail 1. After that, we will add the div, and in this div, we will add the class name vidinfo. In this div, we will insert the h4 tag, and in this h4 tag, we will use video title. So let's use one title, best channel that helps you to be a web developer. After that, we will add a text in p tag where we will display the channel name. So let's add greatest tag. After that, we will add one more p tag, and here we will display the total views. So let's add 199k views. After that, save the changes, and we will come back to the web browser. Scroll the web page and you can see this thumbnail image, and then we have the title, channel name and number of views. Now we will add the multiple copies of this side video list. So let's select this div and copy and paste it multiple times. Now we'll update the images. So it will be thumbnail 2, 3, 4, it is 5, then 6, 7, and this is thumbnail 8. Now save the changes and come back to the web browser. So here we have total 8 images. Now we will add the CSS properties for this recommended component. So first we will add the CSS properties for this class name recommended. So just copy this class name, add it here in this file recommended.css. In the play video, we have added the flex basis 69%. Now we have the 30% remaining area. In that one, we will display our recommended videos. So let's come back, and here we will add flex basis 30% and save the changes. After providing the flex basis, next we will add the CSS properties for this side video list class name. So we will copy this and paste it here. For this side video list, let's add display, justify content and margin from bottom. After that, we will add the CSS properties for this image tag. So again, we will use the same class name dot side video list, then img tag. So for this image, let's add CSS property, flex basis 49% and width 50%. Then save the changes and open the web browser. So here in the right side, we have the video thumbnail and video title, channel name and number of views. After that, we will add the CSS properties for this vidinfo. Copy this vidinfo, paste it here. Here also we will provide flex basis 49%. Now we will add the CSS properties for this h4 tag. So let's add dot vidinfo h4 tag, and here we will provide font size and margin from bottom. Now our recommended section is complete and this complete video page is looking good. Now let's open our home page. Now the front end of our YouTube clone is ready. This is our home page, and if I click on this thumbnail, it will open the video page. Next, we will integrate the YouTube API. Using that, we will update this data. These data will be coming from the API. So first, we will create one API key. To create the API key, we will open new tab, and here we will search for YouTube Data API key. Open this link. We already have a Google account. We will go to Google Developers Console using this link. Open this link in new tab. Then click on this button, Create Project. Here we will add a project name, YouTube clone. Then click on this Create button. Now our project has been created. Now we will click on Enable APIs and Services. And here in this search box we will type YouTube Data API version 3. Open this one. Now click on Enable button. Now we have enabled the YouTube Data API version 3. Then click on Create Credentials. And here we will select the API YouTube Data API version 3. After that, we will click on this Public Data, then click on Next. So here we have one API key. Let's copy this API key, click on this Done button. Now we will come back to the VS Code editor. In this src folder, we will create a new file, and the file name will be data.js. In this file, we will create one variable. So let's add const API key equal to, and here we will paste our API key. After that, we will export this API key so that we can use this API key in any component. After exporting this API key, we will come back to the web browser, and here we will search for YouTube Data API. Open this website. Then click on References. And here we have this section in the sidebar. Using that, we can access the YouTube's data. So first, we need the data for the home page of our YouTube clone. To make this YouTube clone functional, we have to display this card data using the API. So let's open the VS Code editor, and we will open home.jsx file. And here, before this return statement, we will add one state variable. To create the state variable, we will add const category, and this setter function name will be setCategory equal to use state, and we will initialize it with 0. After that, we will pass this category and setCategory in this sidebar using props. So let's add category equal to curly braces category. Then we will pass the setter function setCategory equal to setCategory. After that, in this feed component also we will pass the props. So in this one we will pass the category, and here we will pass the category. Using the category props, we can change this data. When we click on the home, it should display the mixed content. If I click on the gaming, it should display the gaming videos from the API. For that, we will use this category state. So first we will make this sidebar. So let's come to sidebar.jsx file. Here first we will destructure the props. So here we will type category and set category. After that, in this div where we have the class name site link, we will add the onClick property. So let's select all these div with the class name site link, and here we will add onClick property, and in this one we will pass arrow function, and here we will call the set category function. And in this one we will pass the value 0. So we have passed the category 0. Now we will come back to the browser, and here we will open video category. Then click on list. Then click on this link list, and then click on execute button. I will select this account, allow the permission. Now here you can see we have one response where we have one array, and in this array we have multiple objects. So here you can see the ID is 1 and the title is film and animation. Here we have the ID 2, that is for autos and vehicles. Here we have different ID for different categories. This is for music, this is for pet and animals. So now let's come back to the VS Code editor, and here we have to set the ID. For this home we will set 0. For this gaming we have find the ID from this response, ID number 20, that is for the gaming. You can see the title gaming. So we will provide this ID here 20. Similarly for this automobiles we will use ID number 2. After that, in this sports category we will set the ID 17. This will be 24 for the entertainment. For technology it will be 28 category ID. For the music category ID will be 10. For blogs it will be 22, and for news it will be 25. So here we have provided the different ID for different category. After that, we will convert this class name in dynamic class name. For that, here we will add the curly braces, and we will convert it in the backticks. After that, here we will add the template literal. So let's add $, curly braces, and here we will check if our category is 0. In that case, here we will provide one class name. So here we will check if our category is 0. In that case, we will add a class name that is active, and if the category is not 0, in that case, after this colon we will add empty string. So if the category is 0, in this class name it will add one more class name active. Now just copy this and paste it in other class name also. remove it and paste it that we have added in the previous div. Here we will check the category is 20. Then it will add the active class name in this div, second div. Similarly, we will update it in the third div and update the category to that we have provided here. In the next one, we will add category 17. Similarly, in the next one, we will add the category 24. In the next one, we will add the category 28. Then in the next one, we will add the category 10. In the next one, let's add the category 22. And in the last one, we will add the category 25. After that, we will add the CSS properties for this active class name. So we will copy this class name and we will open sidebar.css file. Here we will add .sidelink, and with this one, if it contains the active class name also, then for this img tag we will add the CSS properties. So here we will simply provide padding bottom and border bottom. Then save the changes and we will come back to the web page. So here we are on the home page. So here you can see one underline in the home icon. If I click on this gaming, now this border bottom is at the gaming icon. So now we can highlight which category is active right now. If I collapse this sidebar, still you can see this bottom line below the icon. Now our sidebar is ready. Let's close this file and now we will come back to the feed.jsx file. And here first we will destructure the category prop. After that, here we will add the logic. Using that we can fetch the home page data from this API. For this home page we need the video list. To get the video list, we will come to videos section and here we will click on list. After that, we will click on this list most popular videos. After that, in this charts, we will select most popular. And here, scroll down. In this video category ID, we will provide the ID 0. You can select the region code. I am selecting US. And in this max result, I will add 50 so that we will get the 50 videos detail. After that, we will click on this show code and then click on this HTTP. After selecting it, here we will get one link. Just copy this link. After copying this link, we will come back to the VS Code editor. And here we will create one function and the function name will be fetch data. So let's add const fetch data equal to async arrow function. After that, in this function, we will create one variable. So here we will add const video list URL equal to, and here we will use backtick. After that, we will paste the link that we have copied. And here remove this HTTP 1.1. So this is our URL, and in this URL we have added the video category ID 0. We have manually added it, but we will get this ID from this category props. For that, we will update this, remove this 0 and here we will use template literal. So we will insert $ curly braces, and in this one we will provide the category prop. Similarly, in this key we have to provide the API key. So remove it, and here we will use $ curly braces, and in this one we will use our API key that we have stored in this data.js file. So we will use this API key in this feed.jsx file. For that we have to import that API key. So we will add import curly braces, and here we will type API key. So we have imported the API key from data file, and we will add key equal to API key. So we have created the URL for fetching the video list. Now we will use the fetch API. So we will add await fetch, and in this fetch we will provide the video list URL. After that we will create the state variable to store the data that will be coming from the API link. So here we will create one state variable. Just add const data, and setter function name is setData equal to useState. Now initialize this variable. We will initialize it with empty array. So we have created one state variable data, and the type is one array. After running this fetch, we will get one response. To check the response, here we will click on this execute button and select the account and allow the permission. So here we will get the response like this, where we will get the array, and in this array we have multiple objects. All object contains the data for a video card. As you can see, here we have the published ad. It will display the time when the video is uploaded. This is the channel ID. Here we have the video title. After that we have the description. Then we have thumbnails. After that we have the channel title, category ID, and some other details like view counts, like counts. So we will use these details. To use these details, we will save this array in our data state. So let's come back. So after this fetch statement, here we will add .then, and in this then we will use response. We will add response.json. After this response.json, we will get another promise. So again we will use .then. In this then we will add data, and from this data we will find this array and store it in our data state. So we will add setData function, and in this setData function we will provide data.items. So after adding this, from our response data.item property, that is an array that will be stored in this state that is named as data. Now our fetch data function is ready. Now to run this function we will use useEffect, and in this one we will pass one arrow function. And now I want this useEffect to execute once when the function is loaded. So here we will add comma and a square bracket. In this function we will call fetch data. So when we will load the component, this useEffect will be executed. After that I want when the category ID gets updated, then also this fetch data will be executed. So in that case, in this bracket we will add category. So when we will select the category. In that case, it will update the category ID. When the category will be updated, it will update the category ID and we will get the updated data from the API that will be stored in this data state. Now in our data state, we have the data from the API. Now we will use this data to display the card on the web page. So first, here we have the multiple cards. Let's remove it. We will add only one card. So now we have only one card with link tag. Here we will use one curly braces and we will use data array that we are getting from the API. On this one we will add the map method, and in this map method we will add one arrow function. In this arrow function we will pass individual item and index number. After that we will use the return statement, and in this return we will move this link tag. Then save the changes. So here we have the same cards 50 times because in our data we have total 50 items. After that we will find the thumbnails title from this data that is in the item array. In this item we have the array, and in this one we have the objects where we have the ID. This is the ID. Then we have the category ID. So in this link to, instead of 20 we will add template literal, and in this one we will provide item dot snippet dot category ID. So here you can see in this snippet we have this category ID and we have used it in this link tag. Similarly, instead of this video ID, we will add the video ID from API. So here we will add $sign curly braces, then we will provide item dot ID. That will be the video ID. Now save the changes and we will open the web page. Now if I click on any thumbnail image, it will open the video page. On the URL you can see the category ID 24 and the video ID. Now let's come back to the home page. And here we have the image src. So here we will use the thumbnails that are coming from API. In this thumbnails we have the medium URL. So here we will use item dot snippet dot thumbnails dot medium dot URL. After that, save the changes and we will come back to the web browser. So now you can see all the thumbnails has been updated. These are coming from the API. Now we will display the video title from the API. So we are getting the title in this snippet with the title property. So remove this default text and here we will add curly braces. Then we will add item dot snippet dot title. Then save the changes. And here we have the title for each videos, After that, we have to update this channel data. So remove this text and here we will add curly braces. Then here we have to add the channel name. So in this response, you can see we have the channel name with the property channel title. So here we will type item dot snippet dot channel title. Now save the changes and open our web page. Now you can see the channel name has been updated on our web page. You can see different channel name here, Mr. Beast, BBC, News 19. After that, we will update the view count and the time when the video is uploaded. So let's remove it. And here we will add the curly braces. So video views data is available here in this statistics property and view count. So let's add it here, item dot statistics dot view count. Then save the changes. So you can see it is displaying number of views, but this view is displaying in complete number, but we want it in the 1000 and million. So to convert it, we will build one converter. So in this data.js file, we will create one arrow function that will take the views data and convert it into the 1000 and million. For that, we will add const value converter equal to arrow function, and in this parameter we will add the value. Then here we will add if statement. In this one we will check if our value is greater than 1 million. So we will type value is greater than equal to 1 million. In that case, we will return value divided by 1 million. After dividing, we will get the value in decimal. To remove the decimal digit, we will use math.floor. So we will add math.floor method. After that, from this data, decimal points will be removed. After that, we will concat the string that will be m. That means million. After that, if the value is less than this 1 million, in that case, we will add else if. And here we will check if our value is greater than equal to 1000. In that case, we will return the same thing, just copy and paste it here. And here we will divide it by 1000. And instead of m, we will add k. That means 1000. If the value is less than 1000, in that case, we will simply add else condition and return that data. So we will return value. Our function is ready now. Now we will export this function and save this file. And now we will come back to the feed.jsx file. And here we have added view count. So remove it and we will use value converter function. And in this one, we have to provide the value that is coming from the API. So just paste that one. After adding this, let's come back to the web page. Now you can see we have the views in million and 1000 format. After that, we have to display the time here when the video was uploaded. So we will use the curly braces, and here we will use this time from this API. So here we have the published date, that is in the snippet, published at property. So just add item.snippet, then dot published at. And save the changes. So here it is displaying the date and time, but we have to convert it in the format like 2 days ago, 1 day ago, 1 hour ago. So for that we will use the moment package. So in this package JSON, you can see moment that we have installed while installing the packages. Now we will use this package. So let's remove this. And here we will type moment. And in this one, just add this published at. Then we will add dot from now. Then save the changes. Now it is calculating the day from today's date and published date and displaying the value here like 1 day ago, 3 days ago. After that, if I click on this gaming section, you can see all the videos has been updated and it is displaying the content related to gaming. Similarly, if I click on news, now it is displaying the thumbnails and title related to news. If I click on blogs, you can see it is working fine. All the categories are working. If I go to music, we have the music content. If I come to technology, we have the technology content. If I come to entertainment, we have the entertainment related videos. Then if I come to sports, we have the sports related videos. Now this category functionality is successfully working. If I click on any video thumbnail, it will open the video page, and on this page we have the data which is static data. So we will update this data using this category ID and video ID. Using this video ID, we will display the correct video here and we will display the related comments and channel details. And using this category ID, we will display the recommended videos in the sidebar. So first we will add the video player functionality. For that, we will come to youtube.com and open any video. Here we have the video ID and this video is playing here. Similarly, using this video ID, we will play that particular video. So let's right click on this video and click on copy embed code. Then close this and let's come back to our VS Code editor. Let's open playvideo.jsx file and remove this video tag, or let's comment it, and after that we will paste that embed code that we have copied from YouTube. So here we have the iframe. In this one we have the width, height, src. In this src we have the video ID. Here we have the title and some other attributes. So first let's remove this width, height and remove this title also. Now what we have to do, we will get the ID from the parameter and place it here. For that we will use params. For that, let's come to video.jsx file and here we will type const curly braces, we will type video ID, then category ID. We will get the video ID and category ID using use params. So from the URL, video ID and category ID will be saved here. Now we will pass this video ID and category ID using props. So in this play video component, we will pass video ID equal to curly braces, video ID, then we will come here play video.jsx file, and here we will destructure that video ID. So we will add video ID. After that, we can use this video ID in this iframe src. So remove this double quote and convert it into template literal. First we will add the curly braces, then backtick, and here we will use template literal. So let's add $sign curly braces, and we will place the video ID. Now save the changes. After that, we will come to home page, and if I click on this video, this particular video is added on this video page. Now I want this video to be autoplay when we open this video page. For that, let's come back to the VS Code editor, and after this curly braces, we will add question mark, and here we will add autoplay equal to 1. Then save the changes and come back to the web browser. Now we have to set the home page on this logo image, so that when we will click on this logo, it will open the home page. For that, let's come back and come to navbar.jsx file. We will wrap this image tag using link tag. So just add link. Move this image in this link tag, and here we will add to property, and we will provide the path /. Save the changes and we will come back to the web browser. And if I click on the logo, it will open the home page. Now if I open any other video, that video is added here on this video page and it is automatically playing. Let's open another video. You can see another video is added here. Now we will add the CSS properties for this iframe. Right now it is displaying very small. So just come back and open this playvideo.css file. And convert this video tag in the iframe. After that, here we will define the height, that will be 37 VW. Then save the changes and come back to the web browser. Now our video size is perfect. If I click here, it will start playing the video, and if I click again, it will pause the video. Let's go to home page. Let's open another video. You can see another video is playing here. After that, we have to update these data, that is video title, views and upload time, using the API data. So first we will open this file playvideo.jsx. Here we will create one use state variable. So let's add const API data, set API data equal to use state, and initialize it with null. After that, we will create one function. Using that, we can find the title, description, views, time and the like data using this video ID. So here we will add one arrow function and the function name will be fetch video data. So let's add const and write the function name fetch video data equal to, and this will be one async arrow function. Here we will add one comment fetching videos data. After that we will create one URL where we will pass the video ID, and using that video ID we will get the data. So here let's open this web page and click on videos, then list, and here we have the list by video ID. Let's click here. After clicking here, we will click on show code, click on HTTP and copy this URL. Here we will create one variable, so we will type const video details URL equal to, and here we will insert the backtick and paste that URL. After that, instead of this ID, we will use the template literal. So just add $, curly braces, and here we will use the video ID. So just paste it here, video ID. After that, in this key we will use the API key that we have stored in this data.js file. So remove this, and here we will insert $, curly braces, and here we will provide API key. After that, our URL is ready. Next, we will use the fetch API. So let's add await fetch, and in this fetch, we have to use the video details URL. After that, we will get one response. So let's see the response what we are getting. Let's click on this execute. Select the email ID and allow the permission. So here in this response, in the item property, we will get one array. In this array we have one object, and in this object we have video ID, published date, channel ID, video title, video description, then thumbnails. After that we have the tags, channel name, then we have view count, like count and comment count. So we will use these data and display it on our YouTube clone video page. We will save this response data in our API data. So after this page we will add .then. In this one we will get a response, so just add response, and for this response we will add response.json. After that we will get another promise, so let's add then method, and here we will get the parse data. So let's add data, and from this data we will find the array that is in this item property, and in this array we have the object. So we will store this object in our API data state. So here we will type set API data, and in this one we will provide data.items, and here we will provide the index 0, so it will provide this object in the API data state. After that, we will run this function. For that, we will use use effect. So let's type use effect. In this one, we will pass one arrow function, and here we will provide square bracket so that this function will be executed only once when the component is rendered. So here we will call that function fetch video data. Then the function will be executed and the data coming from the API will be stored in this API data state. Now we will use this data to display the video title. So remove this hard-coded title text, and here we will provide curly braces, and in this object we have a snippet, and in this snippet we have title property. So first we will check if our API data is available. In that case, we will type API data dot snippet dot title. If it is not available, in that case, here we will add one text, title here. Then save the changes and we will come back to the web browser. Now, if I go to home page, open this video, so you can see the title I spent 7 days. So let's open it, and here we have the title I spent 7 days. So now we'll display the number of views and time from the API data. So here we have the number of views, remove it, and here we will add the curly braces. Here we will check if our API data is available. So in that case, we will display the value from this view count, that is in the statistics property. So let's add API data dot statistics dot view count. After that, if the API data is not available, in that case, here we will add the value 16K and save the changes. Here we will add S statistics, save the changes. Now here you can see the view data is coming from the YouTube API. Now we will convert it in the million or thousand value using the converter function. So here we will add value converter, and in this one we will paste this data. Now you can see the views in million, it is 64 million. Next we will display the time. So here we have added the manual time 2 days, so remove it, and here we will add moment, and in this moment we will provide the API data dot snippet dot published at, and after that we will add dot from now. And here we will import moment from moment. To run this moment, we will wrap it in the curly braces. After that, save the changes and open the web page. So here we have the 3 days ago. That is coming from the API. So here we have used the moment and published date from now. Here also first we will check if this API data is available. In that case, we will display this date, and if this API data is not available, in that case we will display one empty string. Save the changes and open any video. So here we have the views and upload time. After that, we will update the like data here. So here we have 125, remove it, and here we will use curly braces. Then in this one, first we will check for the API data if it is available. In that case, we will add API data dot statistics dot like count. And if this API data is not available, so in that case we will add colon and let's display 155. Now save the changes and we will come back to the web browser. So here we have the like data. Now we have to convert this using the value converter function. So let's select this and we will wrap it and we will pass it in the value converter function. Save the changes. Now we have the 3 million likes that is coming from the API. We are not getting any dislike data from the API. In that case, let's remove this too. After that, in this snippet, we have the description, that is the video description. So remove this hard-coded description. And here we will add one paragraph tag. In this one, we will use the curly braces. And here we will check if our API data is available. In that case, we will use API data dot snippet dot description. After that, we will add colon. If the API data is not available, in that case, we will show a string where it will display description here. Save the changes and we will come back to the web browser. So here we have the description. This description is too long, so we will make it small. For that, here we will use the slice method and here we will provide 0 and 250. Then save the changes. Now this description is small. After that, we have to update this number of comment. So it is here in this comment count value. So here remove this manual value and we will add curly braces and we will check for the API data. If it is available, in that case we will add API data dot statistics dot comment count. And if the API data is not available, in that case we will display 102. Save the changes and here it is displaying number of comments. We can convert this one also in 1000 or million using the value converter. So let's add it in the value converter function and save the changes. Now it is displaying 59k comments. After that, we have to update the channel name. So it is available in this data, in this channel title. So let's come back and in this p tag, remove this text and we will add curly braces. And here we will check API data. And if the API data is available, in that case we will use API data dot snippet dot channel title. If the API data is not available, in that case, after this colon, we will provide one empty string. Then save the changes. So here we have the channel name. So right now we have these information from this API, that is title, views, time, likes, channel name, description, and comment count. Now, other details like number of subscribers, channel logo, we have to use another API link. So we'll go to channels, then click on list. And here we will open list by channel ID. Then here we will open show code, and here we will open HTTP and copy this URL. After that, we will come back to the VS Code editor, and here we will create one state, and the state name will be channel data. And the setter function name will be set channel data equal to use state. And we will initialize it with null. After that, we will create one arrow function, and the function name will be fetch other data. So let's add const fetch other data equal to, and here we will create one async arrow function. So just add async arrow function, and in this one we will add one comment fetching channel data. After that, we will construct one URL. So let's add const channel data URL equal to, and here we will use backtick, and we will paste the URL that we have copied. Now in this ID we have to provide the channel ID. To provide the channel ID, we will use the API data. So remove it, and here we will use template literal. So let's add $, curly braces, and to get the channel ID of this video, we will add API data dot snippet dot channel ID. After that, in this key we will use our API key. So we will add $, curly braces, and here we will provide the API key. Now we have constructed this URL. After that, we will use the fetch API. So we will type await fetch. In this one, we will use channel data URL. After that, we will get one response. So let's see which type of response we will get. Let's click on this execute button, select the account and allow the permission. So we will get this type of response where in the items property we will get one array, and in this array we have one object. In that object we have the channel name, channel description, channel custom URL, channel creation date, and here we have the channel logo. So we will use this URL to display the channel logo in our YouTube clone page. And here we have the country details, and here we have the subscriber count, view count, and video count. So we will use the subscriber count. So first we will save this response data in our channel data state. So let's add .then, and we will get the response. So we will parse the response using JSON method. Then again we will get promise. So we will use then, and in this one we will get the parse data that we will store in our channel data state. So let's add set channel data, and in this one we will pass the data.items. And in this items, we will provide the index number 0. So we will get the object, which is here. So this object will be saved in the channel data. Here we have used the API data for getting the channel ID. So I want this fetch video data to be executed first, so that we will get the channel ID, and after that it will execute this second function, which is fetch other data. For that, here we will use one more use effect, and in this one we will pass one arrow function, and here we will add the bracket, and in this one we will provide the API data. So when the API data will be updated, this use effect function will be executed, and in this one we will call the fetch other data function. So when this API data will be updated, then only this function will be executed. After that, in this channel data, we will get the data about the channel information. So we will use that data to display the channel logo and subscriber. So here in this src, remove this image, and here we will use channel data. First we will check if the channel data is available. In that case, we will add channel data dot snippet dot thumbnail dot default dot URL. If the channel data is not available, in that case, here we will simply provide empty string. If the channel data is available, in that case we will get the channel logo URL from the API, and if it is not available, in this src we will use empty string. Save the changes, and we will open the web page. So you can see the channel logo here. After that, we have to update the subscriber count. To display the subscriber count, remove it, that is 1 million, and here we will add curly braces, and first we will check channel data is available or not. So if it is available, in that case we will add channel data dot statistics dot subscriber count. And if the channel data is not available, in that case, here we will provide one string, that is 1m. Save the changes, and we will come back to the web browser. So here it is displaying number of subscribers in the complete number format. So we will convert it using the value converter. So let's cut this one, and we will use value converter function and pass that value, that is subscriber count. Save the changes. Now you can see 225 million subscribers. So using the channel data, we have displayed the logo and number of subscriber. After that, we have to display the real comments from the API. So to get the comment data, let's open this page. We'll click on comment threads, click on list, and we'll select list by video ID. Then click on show code, then click on HTTP and copy this URL. After that, we will come to VS Code editor, and here we will add one comment, fetching comment data, and here we will create one URL, that is const comment URL equal to backtick, and in this one we will paste the URL that we have copied. After that, in this URL, we have to provide the video ID. So we will use the $ curly braces and we will provide the video ID. Just add video ID that we have received using props, and in this key we will provide the API key. So just add $ curly braces and here we will use API key. Now we have constructed the URL. After that we will use the fetch API. So we will use await fetch, and in this one we will provide the comment URL. Here we have to select the max result 50. Uncheck this one and click on execute. So we will get the response items, and in this items we have the array, and in this array we have multiple objects, and each object has one comment and the username of the person who has commented and the profile image of that user. So we will use these data to display the real comments on this video. For that, let's come back and open this code file. We will store this data in one state variable. So let's create one state variable const, and the name will be comment data, and the setter function name will be set comment data equal to use state, and we will initialize it with one array. After that, here we will add .then. So we will pass this response using the JSON method. So we will add response.json. Now again we will get one promise where we will get the parse data. So let's add .then data, and we will store this parse data in our state variable, that is comment data. So we will use the setter function set comment data. In this one we will add data.items. Now this comment data will be stored here in this state variable. After that, here we have the multiple comments. So let's delete other comments. We will keep only one comment. So let's remove these comments. Here we have only one comment. Save the changes. On this video page, we have only one comment. Now we will use this comment format to display all the comments. So first, let's add a space here, and here we will add curly braces. Let's add comment data.map method. In this one, we will pass one arrow function. Here we will add the individual item, and we will add the index. After that, we will return, and in this return we will place this comment format. So place it here in this return. After that, in this div we will add the key property. In this one we will provide the index. After that, we will save the changes and we will come back to the web browser. So here we have the multiple comments. So it is around 20 comments. Now we will use this item data to display the real comments. So first, let's open this response, and in this one we have snippet, and in this snippet we have top level comment. In this top level comments we have another snippet, and There we have author profile image URL. So we will use this URL to display these images. So let's come back, and in this image tag, remove this user profile, and here we will add item dot snippet dot top level comment dot snippet dot author profile image URL. Now save the changes. Now come back to the web browser. Now here it is displaying different users' image who has commented on this video. After that, we will display the user's name. So let's see this response data. Here we have author display name. So we will use this one. So here we will add curly braces. In this one we will add item dot snippet dot top level comment dot snippet, and after that we will use author display name. Now save the changes. Now come back to the web browser. So here it is displaying the username of each users who has commented on this video. Now we will display the real comment. So we are getting the comment data in this text display where we have the comment. So using this we can display the comment on our YouTube clone. So remove this text from this p tag, and here we will use the curly braces. In this one we will add the item dot snippet dot top level comment dot snippet dot text display. After that, save the changes, and now we will open the web browser. So here we have comment of each users. After that, we will display the like data for this comment. So in this API, you can see we are getting the response like count. So we will use this like count to display the number of likes. So in this hard-coded data, let's remove it, and here we will add the data from the API. So let's add item dot snippet dot top level comment dot snippet dot like count. Then save the changes, and here it is displaying updated like data that is coming from the API. Now here also we will use the value converter function so that it will be displayed in the 1000 and million format. So here we will use value converter, and we will add it inside this bracket. Now save the changes. Now these comments are displaying in the 1000 format. So right now here it is displaying 20 comments. If you want to display more comments in this comment URL, you can update the value. So let's add and max result is equal to 50 like this. After that, save the changes and come back to the web browser. Now it will display total 50 comments. Now we have created the play video component where we have the video, then we have the video related details, then we have the video related comments. After that, we have to create the recommended section where we will display the videos related to the main video which is playing on this web page. For that, we will come back to the VS Code editor and we will open video.jsx file. Here we have the category ID that we have fetched from the URL. So we will pass this category ID in this recommended component using props. So let's add category ID equal to category ID. After that, we will open this recommended.jsx file. And here, first we will destructure that category ID. So let's add curly braces and we will add category ID. After that, we will use this category ID and we will fetch the video related to the category ID and we will display it in this recommended section. For that, first we will create one state variable where we will store the data that will be coming from the API. So let's add const and the state variable name will be API data and the function name will be set API data. After that, here we will add equal to use state and we will initialize it with empty array. After that, we will create one arrow function where we will use the fetch API. So let's add const fetch data equal to async arrow function and here we will construct the URL. To construct the API URL, we will add const and we will add the name related video URL equal to, and here we will use the backticks. In this one, we have to provide the URL. So let's come back to the browser and close this one and we will click on this video section. In this videos, we will click on list. Then click on this list most popular videos. After clicking here, in this field, we have the video category ID. In this one, we will pass 0. Then click on show code. And here we will click on HTTP. And from here, we will copy this URL. After that, we will paste this URL in this backtick. And in this API key, we will use our API key. So let's add $ curly braces and we will provide the API key. After that, here we have the video category ID. So in this video category ID, we will provide the category ID from this category ID that we have received using props. So remove this 0 and we will add template literal. So just add $ curly braces and just add category ID. Now we have constructed the URL. After that, we will use the fetch API. So let's add await fetch. In this one, we will provide the URL, that is related video URL. Then we will get one promise. So we will use then method and we will get the response data. So we have to parse that response data using JSON method. So let's add response and we will add response.json. So it will return another promise. So we can use then method again, and in this then method we will get the parse data and we will store that parse data in the state variable, that is API data. So first let's check in which format we are getting the data. So let's execute this, then allow and you can see this data is coming in the items property in this array. So we will store this array in this API data. So let's add the setter function, set API data. In this one, we will provide data dot items. So we have implemented the fetch API. Now to call this function, we will use effect. So let's add use effect. In this one, we will pass one arrow function. Now I want this function to be executed when this component is rendered first time. So let's add the square bracket, and here we will call that function fetch data. Now this API data will store the multiple videos data, and we will display that in the sidebar. So we will remove other recommended videos. We will keep only first one. So here we have multiple video list. Let's remove other video list and we will keep only first one. Here we have only first video that is displaying in the sidebar. Using this format, we will display the data from the API that is stored in the API data. In this div, we will add the curly braces, and here we will add API data dot map method. In this one, we will pass one arrow function, and here we will add individual items and index number. Then we will use return, and in this return we will return this format. So place this HTML elements here. After that, in this div we will add the key property and we will pass index. Now save the changes. So here you can see in this result we have 5 data. Now if you want to display more data, then let's come back. In this URL we will add and max result is equal to 45. Now save the changes. Now in the right side you can see total 45 recommended videos will be displayed. Right now it is displaying all same images and title. So using this API data, we will update these thumbnails and video details like video title, channel details and views. So first we will display the thumbnails. So remove this thumbnail and we will open this API data. In this response, you can see in this snippet we have thumbnails, and here we have the medium and URL. So we will use this medium URL to display the thumbnail. So in this one we will type item.snippet.medium.url. Now save the changes and come back to the web page. So you can see here we have the updated video thumbnails that is coming from the API. After that we will display this title. So here we have the title. So let's remove it. And here we will add the curly braces. And we will get the title in this snippet in this title property. So let's add item.snippet.title. Now save the changes and we will open the web page. Now here all the titles has been updated. After that we have to display the channel name. So here we have the channel name in this response data with the property channel title. So let's add curly braces. We will use item dot a snippet dot channel title. Save the changes. Now it is displaying the updated channel name for this video list. After that, we have to display the views count. So views data is available here in this statistics view count property. So we will use it to display the number of views in the recommended section. So let's come back and here remove this manual value and we will use the curly braces item dot statistics dot view count and save the changes. And now you can see here we have the updated view count. Here also we will use the value converter. So let's add value converter and wrap it in the bracket. Now we have to import this value converter. So let's add import value converter. After adding this, let's remove these imported thumbnails. We don't want this. Save the changes. Now you can see it is displaying the view count in millions. Now if I click here, this video is not playing. So next we have to add the functionality that when we click on any video from the recommended list, that video should be displayed on this video page and the video details will be displayed below the video. For that, we will use the category ID and video ID. So let's convert this div tag in the link tag. After that, this React router DOM will be imported. After that, here we will add to property. In this one, we will use template literal. So we will add backtick and we will add slash video slash and we will provide the category ID. So we are getting the category ID in this snippet in the category ID property. So we will add $, curly braces. We will add item dot snippet dot category ID. After that, we will provide one slash and after that we will add video ID. So we are getting the video ID directly in this object with the ID property. So let's add $, curly braces, item dot ID. That's it. After that, save the changes and we will come back to the web browser. And now if I click on any video in the recommended section, that video will be played on this video page. But here we don't have that particular video detail. So what we have to do, we have to display the video detail from this particular video. For that, let's come back to the playvideo.jsx file. Here we have the video ID, remove it, and we will take this video ID from the params instead of props. So let's add const video ID equal to use params. After that, we will provide this video ID here, so that when the video ID will be updated, this fetch video data will be executed. When this will be executed, this will update the API data, and when the API data will be updated, it will call another function which is fetch other data. Now save the changes and we will come back to the web browser. Now let's go to home page, open this video. So this video is playing here. Now from this recommended section, let's open another video. That video is playing here, and here we have the updated video details. So now we have created all the functionality in this YouTube clone, where we can change the content based on the video category, and we can collapse and expand the sidebar. Then we can open the video by clicking on the thumbnail. That video will be automatically played. After making all these features, next we have to make this project responsive for small screen devices. Right now, if I inspect this web page and change the screen size, you can see it is not responsive. So we have to make it responsive using the CSS media queries. So let's come back to the VS Code editor, and here we will open the navbar.css file. Here we will add the media queries. So we will type media, and here we will provide the max width. Let's add 900 pixel. Here we will add dot menu icon, and for this menu icon we will add display none so that it will be hidden for a small screen. After that we will add dot navRight and img, and here also we will provide display none so that it will hide all the icons that is in the right side. So if I reduce the width under 900 pixels, so you can see these icons are hidden. Now we have to display the profile icon that was added in the navbar. So here we will add dot navRight dot user icon, and for this one we will provide display block so that our image will be visible. Then we will add the width of 30 pixel. Save the changes, and you can see this user profile icon is visible for small screen. After that we will reduce the width of this logo. For that, here we will add the class name dot logo, and we will provide the width. It will be 90 pixel. Now the logo size has been reduced for this small screen. After that, we have to add the CSS properties for this input field. So let's add dot nav middle dot search box input field, and here we will provide the width that will be 100 pixel. Then save the changes, and here you can see the search box is small. After that, let's come back and open sidebar.css file, and here we will add the media queries. So we will type media and max width 900 pixel. And here we will provide the class name dot sidebar, and here we will add display none so that the sidebar will be hidden in a smaller screen. Let's click here to open the mobile view. You can see the sidebar has been removed, but here we have lots of space in the left side. So to fix this one, let's come back and we will open this file home.css. Here also we will add the media queries. So let's add media, max width 900, and here we will add the class name dot large container and one more class name dot container. For both class name we will add the property that is padding left and padding right, that will be 5%. So it will be equal and a small space from the left and right side. So let's open the web page. You can see this home page is looking perfect in a small screen. Now if I open any video, it will open the video page. So this is the video page, and now we have to make this page responsive for small screen. So let's open the video.css file, and here we will add media. We will provide the max width, and it will be 900 pixel. Here we will use .play container, and for this one we will add the padding from the left side 5%, and padding from the right side it will be 5%. Save the changes. Now here we have the padding of 5% from left and right side. After that we will come back to the VS Code editor and open playvideo.css file. Scroll down and we will provide the media query here. So let's add media max width, and it will be 900 pixel. So for this page we will provide play video class name, and we will provide the CSS properties flex basis 100%. Then we will add the class name play video, then iframe element. So for this iframe, let's provide width. It will be 100%. And we will provide the height of 50 VW. After that, here we will provide .width description, and we will provide the padding from the left side, that will be 0. Then we will provide the class name playvideo.playvideo.info, then a span tag. And here we will use margin from the left side 0, then margin right 15 pixel, and margin from the top 15 pixel. So here we have added the CSS properties for play video component. Then we will open recommended.css file, and here we will add the media queries. So let's add media, then max width. It will be 900 pixel, and here we will provide the recommended class name. For this one we will provide the CSS properties flex basis 100%. So it will also use 100% space in small screen. Now open the web page, and this video is playing here, and this page is completely responsive. If I reduce the screen size, you can see it looks perfect in a small screen. If I scroll this web page, you can see it is looking great. If I open the home page, it is also looking good. So now we have made our project completely responsive, and we have created this YouTube clone project using React.js. I hope this video will be helpful for you. If you have any question, you can ask me in the comment section. Please like and share this video, and also subscribe my channel Great Stack to watch more videos like this one. Thank you so much for watching this video.